Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Habitic Horizon. In this video, we will learn basics of ls command. Ls command is generally used to list all the files and directories in a Linux. Basically, it is used to list down all the contents in a corresponding directory. This command used along with multiple options and arguments like ls-ltr. These are the options represented by hyphen symbol. The basic syntax is ls with hyphen and options and then arguments. For example, ls hyphen l and name of the file. All the options are represented or separated by hyphen. These are the common options used along with ls. We will see all details in next slide. The first option is ls minus l, which, which is used to display information in long listing format. The information contains file permission, file type, type of access control, number of links, owner name, group name, file size, last modified time, and file or directory name. First check current working directory and user. Now change to the root directory. So as there are multiple files and folder, as you can see that ls-l command shows all the informations of files and folder present in current working directory. As our current working directory is root directory. Let's break down this information. The first 10 character represent file type and file permission. Along with first character represent file type. Minus or hyphen is used to represent file. D is used to represent directory and L is represented for link files. And the next 9 character represent the file permission. The first 3 character represent owner permission. The next 3 character represent group permission and last 3 characters represent other permissions. For more details, please click information button for file permissions. As you can see that the first file is a link file. As you can see, it represents L and D represent for directories. And these are the directories highlighted in blue color, while link files are highlighted in sky blue color. Here, as you can see that there is no file present in this directory. So let's take for file details. As you can see that in this directory, I am at home directory. In this directory, there are multiple files which are represented by hyphen. The next symbol is use or represents type of access control. Dot is by default SE Linux context is enabled, represent default access control. If there is plus, it represent access control list. It has special access. The next is number of links. In general, for the file, it is represented by 1 and for directories, minimum are 2. The next one are owner name, group name, file size, last modified type, and file directories. Basically, owner represent the owner of this file or directories. Group name similar to this, the owner belongs to this group. File size by default, file size is represented in bytes. As you can see that file size for this is represented in byte. Let's take example root directory. These are the file size represented in bytes, and this is the date when this file or folder is modified, and this is the timestamp. The next option is hyphen a. Hyphen a is used to represent all the hidden or display all the hidden files, including configuration files. As you can see that ls-l command show all the visible files only and not the configuration files. To see all the files, use ls minus la command. It will show all the hidden directories and files also. Next option is human readable size, which is used or represented by -h. As we know that the file size or folder size are represented in bytes by default. To show file size in a human readable format, we use -h option. K means KB, M means MB, and G means GB. If there is no symbol, the file type or file size is represented in bytes only. There is one note: Linux does not force units if file size is less than 1 KB. These are the file size represented as there is no symbol. So this size is in bytes. To show in or human readable format, use LH command. It will show the size in human readable format. As I mentioned, if there is no character or symbol mentioned like K, M, and G, then if only number the size in bytes. And because the size of this folder or link is less than 1 KB, hence it is represented only in bytes. The next is a recursive listing. In this case, it will show all the details of all the contents of current working directory, where these are the files and these are the directories. But this command does not show the contents of directory or subdirectories. To show recursive information or content, use ls minus l along with capital R, and this will show all the content in recursive manner. This is the main current or current working directory, and this is the content from directory 1. This is for next directories and so on. The next option is list directory itself, which is represented by -d. Basically, it is used to show or display information of current working directory itself. As the existing command ls-l displays all the informations of content in a current working directory but does not represent or show information of current working directory. So to display the information of current working directory, we use this command ls-ld, which represent the informations of current working directory and not all the contents of the directory. Sorting of files. These options are used to sort the contents in a specific manner. There are multiple options like my -t, capital S, capital X. -t means sort the content in timestamp manner. The file modified most recently appears at the top. Similarly, capital S is used to sort file by size. Large files are represented or appears at the top. Similarly, -x sort the file in according to the extension, which are in alphabetical order. To change to the root directory and see the information. As you can see that by default, the sorting is according to the file names in alphabetical order. To change this sorting according to the timestamp or by timestamp created, use ls-lt command. And you can see that the latest modified directory or folder or file is appear at the top of the list. We can verify this in a simple way. Let's change to our home directory. First, see the existing content. As you can see that the default listing or sorting is according to the alphabetical order. Let's create one file. and again execute the same command. As you can see that latest or the latest created file, my file, which is represent represented according to alphabetical. So to represent or display or sort files according to according to timestamp, use ls minus lt command. And you can see that the latest modified file appears at the top of the list. The next is sorting by size or file size or directory size. Use ls minus capital S option. It will sort the content according to the file size. The larger file appears at the top of the list. Let's switch to the root directory and execute the same command. As you can see that the file with the maximum size appears at the top of the list. The next one is sorting by extension of a file. Let's enter into one of the existing folder. As you can see that there are multiple files with different extension, and by default sorting is according to alphabetical order. To sort these as per the extension type, use ls minus l and capital X. And you can see that all the files and content are sorted according to the extension. The files and folders that do not have extension are sorted according to the alphabetical manner, and file with extension are in alphabetical order. As you can see, B come first, so B, P, and like this. As you can see that by default, ls minus l show the information or list the content in alphabetical order. To reverse this order, use small r. As you can see that the order is get reversed. Similarly for all other sorting formats, like as you can see, the file with the maximum size is appear at the top. To reverse this order, use, and you can see that the file with maximum size appears at the bottom. So minus R is used to reverse the order. The next is my hyphen I, which is used to refer or display node number for corresponding file. In a Linux, each file is represented or has a unique number called as inode. As you can see that ls minus l does not show any inode information. To display inode information, use ls minus I and file or folder for which you want to see inode. As you can see that this is the inode for bean and so on. Also, we can use I along with other options also. You can see that these are the inodes and the existing information for which is represented using minus L. This is all about ls command. If you have any queries related to this command, please let me know in the comment section below. And thank you for watching.